Okay, we are joined by Bucknell University head coach Nathan Davis. Coach, welcome to Buffalo. Glad you're here safely. Getting ready to play West Virginia in our second game tomorrow. Go ahead and raise your hand if you have questions for Coach Davis at this time, and we'll get a microphone to you. We'll start up front here with Amy. Please identify yourself, too, for Coach.
Hi, Coach. Amy Moritz from the Buffalo News. When you took over this program, can you talk maybe about the junior class and was there a buy-in period and what you've been able to do and seen them maybe grow in these 2 years?
Well, I think that I was very fortunate. Typically, you don't take over a program that's in such great shape, and with what Coach Paulson had done prior to me getting there, we had a really good group of guys that wanted to be good and expected to win, and were willing to be coached. I think that the junior class has been a big part of why we've had success. I think that their buy-in and belief in what we're doing kind of brought everyone else in a lot of ways along with them. They've been completely about it, the team winning. They haven't worried about individual success when they've got it. And when your best guys are doing that, it's hard for anyone else to do anything different.
Other questions for Coach? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, right here.
Hi, Coach. Mitch Bingle from the Charleston Gazette-Mail. Just wondering if you could talk a little bit about the matchups and how you think your team matches up with West Virginia.
Do I have to? No, I think that obviously they're a very talented team. Coach Huggins is a Hall of Fame type coach for a reason because he does a great job. His guys really compete at a high level. They play hard. They're unselfish. They're relentless at both ends of the floor. We got a work cut out for us. I have a lot of confidence in our guys' ability and what we're capable of doing, and we're going to go out there and give everything we have. But it's certainly going to be a challenge. They're very long and athletic. We can't really simulate the way they play with the guys we have. We've done the best we can, but there'll be an adjustment period as the game gets started, as we get used to the length and athleticism. But I think that when all is said and done, we'll be able to compete at a pretty high level.
Go all the way to the back. Reminder to the media if you can be visible to me so I can see you. I'm calling you. Sure. All the way in the back.
Greg Hunter, Blue and Gold News. Coach, you had a couple of common opponents. Do you go back, watch those films as part of your scout? And what did you see their press early when you were scouting them originally, Mount St. Mary's and such?
You know, we looked at some of those, but we looked more at some of their recent games, and then more of some of the mid-majors they played later in the year to see how they what they did differently against some of those teams. Obviously, Jamie and Christian at Mount St. Mary's is a good friend of mine. We worked at Bucknell together. We've known each other for a long time, so we have talked about it a little bit. But at the same time, that was a long time ago, and so they've adjusted and they've developed as the years go on, and they're doing some things a little differently. We were focused more on the recent stuff than what they were doing back in November.
Yeah, we'll go back down. Go ahead, Amy.
Along those lines, when you're West Virginia's first enforcing turnovers, how do you go about planning or trying to get your guys ready for a team that has that kind of pressure and that kind of defense?
There's a lot of sleepless nights. No, I think that, again, we don't have the same size athlete that we can simulate what they're doing. We can kind of show them and watch a lot of film and try to get them to understand our concepts and where we're going to go. But some of it is just no way for us to simulate it. So it'll be on the fly as they get into the games. The good thing is we've played a lot of good teams with good size and good athleticism. So we've got our guys should have a good feel for what that's like. But West Virginia plays a lot different than a lot of other teams. And really outside of just a couple teams we played in the last couple of years, they're very different in style of play from what some other teams are. So there's going to be an adjustment period, but I think we got bright guys. I think they've got a good idea about what to expect, and we'll go out there and do the best we can.
We'll go to the back. Kevin?
Kevin Kinder with the Blue and Gold News. Coach, from Sunday till now is obviously not a lot of prep time. Can you change anything to really take advantage of things that you see on film, like, say, attacking the press or attacking their defense, or do you really have to stick a lot more to your core principles?
Well, I think that throughout the year we've been fortunate. We've seen a lot of different styles of play. So we've had to deal with press, we've had to deal with half court, we've dealt with zone, you name it, we've seen it all. So it's more of just trying to refine it or make slight adjustments based on what we think is going to be different. It's not, you said you don't have time to go back and reinvent the wheel. It's about taking what we do and what we do well and trying to adjust it to take advantage of what we believe will be some opportunities.
Go right down front here.
Yeah, hi, Nathan. John Morrow with the Associated Press. I guess along the same line of questioning, what is it about a Bob Huggins team that is renowned for its pressure defense, but the way they're scoring, what added dimension does and challenge does this team present?
Well, I think, like you say, Coach Huggins is not good. He's great at his job. And so they're well prepared, they're disciplined, they really compete at a high level. So you got to understand that it's going to be about you competing at that same level or at your best for 40 minutes. And that's something we've been striving to do all year. So it's really nothing new we're trying to do, but it's something that's definitely going to be a big part of what's going on.
Hello, Coach Davis. Justin Jackson with the Dominion Post in Morgantown. A couple questions. One, West Virginia's obviously a team that got upset in the first round last year, so I'm just kind of wondering, do you even look at that game or bring it up to your players? Is it a factor a year later at all? And then number two, the three-point shot for you guys. How much of an equalizer can it be for you guys tomorrow?
Well, for the first part, we know from experience that what happened last year doesn't really matter this year. We got upset in the first round of our league tournament, even though we were the #1 seed last year. And that had little, if any, impact on anything that happened this year. So I don't think that their experience last year will have much impact on what happens tomorrow. Three-point shot is one of those things that can be an equalizer, but it's about getting good ones. We don't want to just chuck them up to chuck them up. We want to make sure that we're getting them inside out and our feet are set. We have guys that are capable of making shots from a lot of different areas as long as they're good ones. And that's part of the big challenge with the way they play is not just not turning it over, but playing at a pace you're comfortable with so that when you get those shots, you're in a position to knock them down.
Other questions for Coach Davis? Okay, not seeing any others. Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck tomorrow against West Virginia.
Thank you.
Notre Dame student athletes coming up here at 12:50.